What's good, everybody? Salute, salute. It's Tony the Savant back again. Hope everybody's having a good to great day. And I was gonna take the day off today, y'all. I said I was gonna take it easy. I've been putting some foot on the gas. Go sit back, take the day off, read a couple, articles, watch a movie or whatever. Take the day off. But of course, the James family, whether it's junior or senior, find their way to make headlines and find their way to be in the news cycle. As it has just been announced that Bronny James, well, it hasn't been announced. Bronny himself announced that he will be entering the 2024 NBA draft whilst maintaining his college eligibility in the transfer portal. And what I gather from that is if he doesn't make an NBA roster because he's quote unquote not good enough, then he'll be able to go back to college and re-enlist on a new squad. But at this current time, in history, in human history, Ronnie James will be going to the 2024 NBA draft. And what I got here for you in this visual is none other than Bronny James's points averages for last year's college basketball season. And ladies and gentlemen, with 7.5 million followers in this announcement, and I didn't see how many likes was on the post. I think it was about 3K when I seen it. They just announced it about 10 minutes as of the record 10 minutes ago as of the recording of this video. But I think it was already like 3,000 likes. We have officially entered. No, I take that back. We've been in this era of mediocrity and sports fans accepting mediocrity. And I have no problem with Bronny James. I do feel like LeBron has. I have my criticisms of his father, and that's a separate situation. I'm not gonna lump Bronny James in that. I'm not calling him trash. I'm not calling him garbage. These numbers here, I can put into perspective because all things considered, we know Bronny James was dealing with a very, very serious medical condition about this time last year, or about 2 years ago. I'm not very positively sure when he went through that, but it was a serious medical condition. Aside from that, LeBron James was a one of one basketball prodigy. Um, I don't think anybody with realistic expectations was expecting Bronny James to be what his dad is, or be what his dad is right now. Some kind of number one prospect. Excuse me, be what his dad was when his dad was coming up. This number one prospect, generational talent. I don't know if anybody was putting that kind of pressure on Bronny James personally. But as me as a sports journalist, I'm not. I can look at these numbers and understand that Bronny James is a developmental talent, and it's only because his dad is LeBron James that he's getting all of this undue pressure, all this. And I hate to say it, it's not like a bad thing, but this undue attention, media attention, um, is only because his dad has a very polarizing name, polarizing career, and a very polarizing NBA sports league that that's very prevalent in American society. Ronnie James is just a product of his dad's success, the attention he's getting. But as far as his talent level, I would never dare call him trash, anything like that. I think that what we are seeing is the media, once again, which is uh, one of the things I like to, I don't want to say attack, but definitely bring attention and awareness to. at how the media operates, the mainstream media, and this is why it's very necessary to have independent media platforms um, to balance out the unfair treatment of the mainstream media. And we've seen this on a number of issues in the spectrum of scenarios. But with Bronny James, he's dealing with the young, up and coming media has all these expectations on you, unreal expectations. And Bronny James is just a victim of that. You know what I mean? We've seen this play out a number of times, including on his own dad. The media did him. If you recall, if you were alive at that time, before LeBron James bought up half the media, uh, guys used to be very critical of LeBron James, and they used to put very high expectations on him as a young player. I'm a little younger than LeBron James, so when he came into the league, I was a freshman in high school, so I didn't really understand how the media operated then. But as I got older, and as I grew within the LeBron James era, I noticed how the media would, treat him versus they would treat other guys. The king without a ring. That used to be a saying that the media would always use in reference to LeBron James. Skip Bayless was very critical of LeBron James, and I'm talking like all through my high school, my time in high school. I woke up every morning to ESPN First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, and every morning, uh, at Skip Bayless at his height, he woke up every morning and made sure that he had some criticisms, some new criticisms for one LeBron James, but nonetheless, I think that Bronny James is just a victim of how this American media works. If you're a young talent, if you have any potential, look at this. If you have any kind of potential or anything like that, then this media is going to pretty much milk you, and milk the headlines for all they can. You know, uh, because there's no way in the world you can look at this Bronny James numbers and tell me that he's ready for the NBA. I mean, if you're putting up these kind of numbers in college, I don't know what NBA he would survive in. You know what I mean? We talking about what Zubac for the Clippers is averaging. I gotta look at some NBA numbers, but I'm just trying to think of role players that's NBA that's not averaging a lot of points, but averaging a lot more than 4.8 role players. You know what I mean? We're not talking about the mid tier to elites. You imagine Bronny James on the same court with Kyrie Irving trying to guard dude? And Bronny James looks a little bigger on TV than he really is. He's not as big as his dad. I think he only about like 6'1". You know what I mean? So he would have to come in and be guarding all of the perimeter players, the Tyree Maxey's, the SGA, Luca. You know what I mean? You're gonna be guarding these elite guards every night. I just don't see how Bronny James is going to survive in the NBA when he wasn't very productive in college. And there's no knock on him. Like I say, I have a different criticism, a different kind of relationship, in the sense, a journalistic relationship, pause, when it comes to his dad. You know what I mean? Boy, Bronny, I'm on the boat of letting him develop, man. Just let him develop. Let him be a kid. Literally, let him be a kid. I know LeBron said that after LeBron said Bronny James was better than half the players in the NBA or something, whatever he said. Something on the line like that. Bronny ready for the NBA, which we all knew that was cap. But again, I think the media is doing this kid a disservice, because if everybody's saying that he's ready for the NBA, all that kind of stuff right now, and he's putting up these numbers in college, man, we're setting him up for failure, man. Okay, It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. I don't know. Maybe the NBA is kind of soft now. Maybe in another 5 years it'd be even more softer. And Bronny James could be a formidable player in the league. I mean, I don't know. But as of right now in this NBA, if we drop Bronny James in the NBA right now with Steph Curry still balling, getting better with time, and Kyrie Irving still the maestro. Uh, and I only named some of the young killers in the league. I ain't named De'Aaron Fox, Jamal Murray, Damian Lillard on given nights could hit you for 50. We talking about night in and night out. Bronny James will be tested, and if he's not passing these tests in college, so I'm just looking at these numbers, man. 4 points, 5 points. We'll just give him the five, shoot him a little bail. 5 points, three rebounds, 2 assists. That's not good anywhere. And I was watching a podcast the other day talking about this as well. And they were saying like, LeBron, I mean, not LeBron, Bronny James wasn't, a top prospect in high school. He wasn't even the best player at Sierra Canyon. I mean? There was several players better than him. Um, but he got his own documentary. He got his own media following because LeBron James. And because LeBron James constantly would be in the media capping, talking about, his son is better than, like I said, his son better than the NBA players, and he could play in the NBA today and all this stuff. That's why I say my criticism of LeBron James, I won't pass that on to his kids, because I actually like Bryce James. I think Bryce James is going to be the mellow effect with Bryce, as far as everybody been looking at the older brother, but the little brother gonna creep in and be the real, superstar. And I feel like out of Lonzo and LiAngelo, especially Lonzo, LaMelo Ball is the real NBA superstar, or at least his talent has translated over the best. We'll see if Lonzo can get healthy, because apparently there's been reports that Lonzo is finally healthy. So we'll see what happens on that note. But anyway, yeah, man. So I don't know what y'all think. I know a lot of people in the crowd got a lot of opinions, especially when it comes to Bronny. Like I said, I like Bronny as a kid. I follow him on the Twitter and the Instagram. So see, when I see him post and what he posts, he just seemed like a kid. You know what I mean? Laid back, not too much, don't be in too much stuff and too much trouble. Um, so now I got no qualms with Bronny James. I'm actually supporting. I'm hoping for the best. I hope that Bronny James comes in and is able to surpass his dad. I mean, I don't think it would take much. 2 or 3 championships. You know what I mean? Couple scoring titles, maybe 3 scoring titles. I'm like Bronny James over LeBron for me. What I mean? But anyway, so I just wanted to announce this because he announced it. And I was interested to see what he was going to do after hearing that he entered the transfer portal, leaving USC officially. So yeah, he made his announcement. He'll be entering the 2024 NBA draft while maintaining his college eligibility. Um, I gotta look into exactly what that means, because that sounds like very confusing. You got like 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of commitment. But yeah, man, it's your boy Tony the Savant. Y'all have a good to great day. Tap back in a little later. Peace.